Twitch's most awkward, most chaotic friendship didn't end with a tweet. It ended with a doorbell and a punch on the side of the road. Demon Mizkif versus Mitch Jones controversy wasn't what it looked like on the surface. It's finally exploding back into the spotlight. Demon Mizkif has now come out and explained his beef with Mitch Jones.
Literally, I'm not kidding you. The reason why Mitch Jones and I got into a fight 3 years ago at my house is because he was on cocaine.
And the internet is doing what it does the best, picking sides like it's the Super Bowl. Buckle up, because this story goes from awkward reunion to full-blown Twitch drama faster than a chatting stream going off the rails. So back in September 2023, Mizkif and Mitch Jones weren't exactly best friends, but Mizkif thought maybe, just maybe, things could be fixed. Classic mistake number 1. Mizkif invites Mitch Jones over with one goal: clear the air, end the drama, maybe even bring him into a new content group.
Because Mitch Jones, and I swear to God, he came to my house. I was like, yo, let's just mend the beef and you can join OnlyFans. Okay. And I said, yo, come to my house and we can mend the drama. He comes to my house. Biggest mistake I ever made, one of them.
Very wholesome, very optimistic, and at the same time, very wrong.
And he is like, yeah, man, like, let's mend the beef. I'm like, okay, let's chill. Let's mend the beef. Let's talk.
At first, things seemed calm. They're talking, but then the jabs start slipping in. Little comments, subtle digs, that awkward energy. You know the vibe.
So we're just sitting there talking, having conversation, and he's kind of like digging at me a little bit. He's like, yeah, man, he kind of f***ed me over a lot. And I'm like, I f***ed you over? You went to Trainwrecks and said I covered up sexual assault.
Then alcohol enters the chat. Mitch starts drinking. The mood shifts, and suddenly, the conversation turns into blam roulette. According to Mizkif, Mitch begins accusing him of ruining his life, sabotaging his career, and being the root of all his problems. That's when things go from tense to unhinged.
So then he starts having a couple shots. He starts drinking. And the more he starts drinking, because he asked for a bottle of whiskey in my house, the more he starts drinking, the more he starts just relentlessly me.
Then doorbell rings. Mizkif opens the door, and surprise, there's a woman there, allegedly delivering cocaine specifically for Mitch.
So then someone rings my doorbell, and I'm like, who the f*** is that? I go in with Mitch to see who it is. It's some girl, and she has cocaine for Mitch.
At this point, the audience collectively says, bro, what? Mitch Jones reportedly admits he set it up, and then, this is the wild part, Mizkif loses it. Understandably, he kicks Mitch out and decides to drive him home, probably thinking, let me just end this before it becomes a Netflix documentary.
I then start driving him home, and then that is when I start driving him home. Then Mitch starts putting his hands on me saying, pull over, I'm gonna f*** you up. And I'm like, Mitch, I will kick your ass. I don't think you understand. I will beat you. Do not touch me while I'm driving.
Bad idea number 2. While driving, Mitch allegedly starts getting physical, grabbing, threatening, demanding Mizkif to pull over, and when someone touches you while you're driving, that's not drama, that's danger. Mizkif pulls over, one punch is thrown, Mitch goes down, and that, according to Mizkif, is where it should have ended. But Twitch drama never ends there. Hours later, Mitch Jones come back, still drunk, still angry, this time causing a scene outside Mizkif's house, threatening people, screaming, and then disappearing from Mizkif's life entirely. Fast forward to 2024, and Mitch Jones tells a very different version. He accuses Mizkif of serious physical assault, claiming punches, choking, a concussion, dental damage, and long-term injuries. He releases edited security footage and says he stayed quiet at first, hiding injuries, trying to keep things private. The internet immediately splits in half. Some people sympathize with Mitch, others notice the footage cuts, missing context, contradictions between statements. LSF detectives come out of retirement. Critics argue Mitch's own clips make him look aggressive. Supporters argue edited footage doesn't mean he's lying. And suddenly, this isn't just Mizkif versus Mitch Jones. It is a debate about streamer accountability, parasocial loyalty, and what happens when creators turn their real lives into content, because once it's online, you don't control the narrative anymore. The audience does, and Twitch chat has zero mercy. So what's the takeaway here? There's no courtroom verdict, no perfect villain, no clean hero, just two streamers, years of unresolved tension, substances, ego, and a movement that spiraled completely out of control. This is the dark side of influencer culture, where friendships become content, private movements become public weapons, and every mistake lives forever on the internet. Maybe Mizkif handled things badly, maybe Mitch Jones crossed the line first, maybe the real lesson is that streaming your entire life has consequences no sub-goal can fix. One thing's for sure, this drama isn't really about a punch. It's about what happens when personal chaos meets millions of viewers. Watch this video next and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!